The U.S.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Bismillah.
My question is regarding divorce. I've had an issue with intimacy for like 5 years, her denying me, and I'm at the point of divorce. Now, am I obligated to do arbitration still?
If your wife is not fulfilling your rights of intimacy, you don't have to arbitrate. You can just divorce her and move on. And if she is the one initiating such trouble and refusing to cooperate and give you your rights, you can just go ahead and marry someone else and leave her until she opts and files for khul' and gives you back your dowry, because it's her mistake, it's her fault. But I can't tell who's doing what without speaking to both of you and seeing what the problem is. But if you divorce her, there's no sin on you at all. Our first caller is Mihwish from the US.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Sheikh, I wanted to know, is it mandatory to have a wedding party / walima, or am I swimming against the tide if I choose not to have one? And the reason for not to having one is because even if I go through the pains of trying to have two separate halls in which, I'm on the female side, and because it's all women, I am not going to be wearing my niqab, I'm going to be fully adorned. But unfortunately, in today's day and age, everyone with a phone think that they are entitled to take other people's pictures and post them on the internet without consent. And so for that reason, I know in my community, I'm not going to be able to have a wedding party. Like, I'm not going to be able to get all adorned and without the risk of somebody taking my picture. So in this case, is it advised, Yani, can I not have a wedding party altogether? Jazakumullahu khairan.
Wa jazakum. Unfortunately, this is a prevailing problem worldwide, and the Muslims are to be blamed. We have compromised our religion big time. We succumb to the pressure of the community, of our peers, of our family members, our relatives, and little by little diluting our religion, our convictions and beliefs, and allowing people to take advantage of us. And this is not Islam. Islam prevails over everything. Now, in wedding parties, it is a shame. I get my women folk coming to me saying that we've seen women in a segregated only women parties shamelessly taking their mobile phones and snapping shots of decent niqabi women who are chaste, who are known in the community to be da'is or scholars or women of religion. Yet they take snaps of them and have the audacity to go and either post it on their Instagrams or to show it to their men, whether husbands or brothers or sons. And this woman is oblivious, is unaware. I am invited to an Islamic wedding. There is no music, there is nothing haram, no free mixing. I'm putting my guard down. I'm wearing my soiree, I'm wearing my dress of the night, I'm putting my makeup, I'm having a good time. And this shameless woman who is so low and degenerate to the level that she takes my picture without my knowledge, she has no fear of Allah. She has no shame. And good news is, Allah will expose her. Allah will expose her family. Allah would make everyone see her most intimate secrets without her wanting that, because this is what you get as a punishment. what is the solution? We have two extremes. Either to go and say whatever happens, happens, I'll take it on the day of judgment, but this does not fulfill my rights. Your husband is not happy, your son is not happy, your brother is not happy of your picture being circulated like this. Or you say, I will not go to any of them weddings after today, and that is also un-Islamic. So the Islamic ruling would be to draw the line. Last month or a couple of months ago, I was blessed to have my walima for my daughter. And alhamdulillah, Allah granted her someone who fears Allah, who's practicing, from a practicing family. And as we do on the invitation card, we state that no inappropriate dresses would be allowed. So women who come with their shoulders exposed, or too much cleavage, or see-through, or wearing mini skirts, or see-through that you can see what they're wearing underneath because it's so see-through, we tell them from the beginning, you have to go back home. They'll be mad, they'll be frustrated, they'll be angry. The hell with them. You don't respect us, we don't respect you. And don't think twice. You don't respect the religion of Allah Azza wa Jal. Come decent. You know that we are practicing and we're offended by what you do. And you still insist on it? The hell with you. Get out. If this causes us not to meet again and to break our friendship, so be it. You don't respect Allah's religion. You don't respect me and how I feel. So we don't pay attention to that. Those who come, we've hired 2, I think, or 3 women specialized in screening those who come with metal detectors, taking their mobile phones, putting it in special sealed pouches or bags that would not allow them to operate the camera, but they can receive calls. And this is the only way we could ensure that it's only for men and don't throw a party for the women.